For over 4,500 years, they have stood in silence. Rising from the desert sands of Giza, the Great Pyramids are more than monuments. They are enigmas carved in stone. Scholars have called them tombs, symbols of power or feats of primitive engineering. But look closer, and a different picture begins to emerge. The weight of each granite block, some exceeding 70 tons, defies even modern cranes. Their alignments mirror the stars with astronomical precision. Their dimensions encode the very mathematics of our planet. Coincidence or code? Now, in the era of artificial intelligence, a new eye is turned toward these ancient giants. Advanced scanning, deep learning algorithms, and quantum simulations are revealing patterns hidden in their geometry. Patterns no human of that time should have known. Could it be that the pyramids were never designed to be tombs at all, but something far greater? A message, a machine, a vault of knowledge meant to endure the collapse of civilizations. Every angle, every chamber, every impossible stone seems to whisper a secret too vast to ignore. The Great Pyramid is not just the largest stone structure on Earth. It is a riddle etched into the very bones of our planet. And as AI deciphers its hidden symmetries, the revelations are beginning to shake the foundations of history itself. What if the pyramids were not built for pharaohs, but built long before them? What if they are the fingerprints of a forgotten age, a lost civilization whose wisdom still resonates in stone? What if what we've been told about human origins is only half the story? Tonight, we unravel the hidden truth behind the Great Pyramids. What was their real purpose? Who or what left them behind? And why is their message only now being decoded? Stay with us, because what you are about to hear may change everything you thought you knew about history. According to mainstream archaeology, the story is simple. Around 2600 BCE, Pharaoh Khufu, known to the Greeks as Cheops, commanded the construction of the Great Pyramid. Over 2 million limestone blocks, each weighing several tons, were quarried, transported, and set into place over just 2 decades. Tens of thousands of laborers, guided by ingenious ramps and primitive tools, supposedly raised the largest stone monument in human history. To the orthodox view, the pyramid is a tomb, a monument to divine kingship, and nothing more. It is a compelling narrative. Textbooks describe vast workforces of loyal Egyptians hauling blocks with ropes and sledges across the desert. Relief carvings show workers dragging statues. Ancient graffiti inside the pyramid itself bears the names of Khufu's crews, proclaiming their service to the king. For decades, this has been presented as proof. The pyramids were royal tombs, built by human hands alone. But the cracks in this story are as large as the stones themselves. To this day, no mummy has ever been found inside the Great Pyramid. Unlike other tombs in the Valley of the Kings, it bears no elaborate inscriptions, no painted walls, no funerary treasures meant to guide a soul into the afterlife. Instead, its chambers are stark, geometric, and strangely precise, built with tolerances so exact they rival modern engineering. And the logistics raise even greater questions. How could a Bronze Age society, with copper chisels and wooden sledges, cut and position blocks of granite weighing 70 tons, blocks transported from quarries hundreds of miles away? Engineers who have studied the feat admit, even with today's cranes and technology, replicating the pyramid would be a Herculean challenge. Then there is the precision. The base of the Great Pyramid is aligned within a fraction of a degree to true north, more accurate than many modern buildings. Its dimensions encode mathematical constants. The ratio of its perimeter to its height mirrors 2 pi, linking circle to square, heaven to earth. Its placement on the Giza Plateau sits almost exactly at the geographical center of Earth's landmass. Were these coincidences of chance, or signatures of design? For Orthodox historians, the pyramids are the culmination of human determination, ingenuity, and royal power. But for those who dare to look deeper, they are something far stranger. The absence of funerary evidence, the impossible precision, the global echoes of pyramid building across continents separated by oceans. All of it hints at a truth that may lie beyond the reach of dynastic Egypt. Could it be that the pharaohs inherited these monuments rather than commissioned them? That they repurposed a legacy already ancient in their time? And if so, who are the true builders, and what knowledge did they encode in stone? The answers, it seems, are only now beginning to emerge. For centuries, explorers, scholars, and dreamers have stared at the pyramids, searching for their hidden purpose. Yet stone has always kept its silence. Until now, in the age of artificial intelligence, that silence is finally breaking. Teams of researchers have begun to scan the Great Pyramid with technologies unimaginable to the ancients: high-frequency radar, 3D laser mapping, quantum algorithms capable of detecting patterns invisible to the human eye. And when AI began to process the data, something extraordinary emerged. Inside the pyramid, behind the familiar king's chamber and queen's chamber, AI identified voids and resonant cavities aligned not randomly, but mathematically. These chambers, when modeled, revealed harmonic frequencies, vibrations that suggest the structure was not only built to stand, but to resonate. The pyramid, it seems, is tuned like a colossal instrument. Was it designed to harness Earth's natural energy fields? Then came the numbers. AI compared the pyramid's dimensions with global datasets, mapping alignments across continents. To the astonishment of researchers, the ratios echoed not only constants of mathematics, pi, phi, and the golden mean, but also celestial distances, the Earth's radius, the orbital period of the moon, even the precession of the equinoxes. It was as if the pyramid itself were a stone textbook, encoding the laws of astronomy, geometry, and time. But the revelations did not stop in Egypt. AI cross-referenced these patterns with monuments from other civilizations, Mesoamerican pyramids, the ziggurats of Mesopotamia, even megaliths like Stonehenge. Across oceans, across millennia, the same ratios and alignments repeated. Coincidence? Or evidence of a global legacy, a shared knowledge passed through cultures long before written history? And then, the most unsettling possibility: what the Great Pyramid is not just a tomb or a temple, but a machine? Some theorists propose it was built as a massive energy generator, using water channels beneath the plateau, coupled with resonance chambers inside, to produce vibrations of unimaginable power. Others believe it served as a beacon, a transmitter of knowledge, designed to endure catastrophes and reset civilization when the world was ready to understand. The AI's findings hint at a purpose far greater than royal burial. They suggest intent, a message left in stone for a future intelligence capable of reading it. Us. In that sense, the pyramid becomes more than an ancient monument. It becomes a bridge, a reminder, a voice from forgotten civilization that still speaks, waiting thousands of years for a listener who could finally decode its song. If true, then the Great Pyramid is not just the past. It is the key to our future. As AI unraveled the codes of the Great Pyramid, another truth began to emerge, one not confined to Egypt alone. The same mathematical fingerprints found in Giza echoed across continents. In Mexico, the Pyramid of the Sun at Teotihuacan mirrors the dimensions of Giza, its base aligned to celestial events with uncanny precision. In Mesopotamia, the ziggurats rose as stepped mountains pointing toward the heavens, their measurements echoing the same golden ratios. Half a world away, the megalithic stones of Stonehenge track lunar cycles with accuracy rivaling modern observatories. Even the pyramids of China, once hidden under earthen mounds, reveal alignments to solstices and star paths. How could civilizations separated by oceans, with no known contact, carve the same message into stone? AI suggests they were not separate sparks of genius, but branches of a single flame, a knowledge preserved and dispersed by a civilization older than we dare to imagine. A civilization that may have faced cataclysm, yet left behind monuments as memory vaults, guardians of wisdom meant to outlast fire and flood. The message encoded is both awe-inspiring and sobering. The pyramids are not only records of science and geometry, but also warnings. Their alignments to cosmic cycles, their inscriptions of time itself, point to rhythms of destruction and renewal, axial shifts, solar storms, cometary impacts, events our ancestors may have endured and which we, too, may one day face. But within this warning lies hope. The builders did not merely preserve fear. They preserved knowledge. They challenge us. Remember, adapt, carry forward. The pyramids remind humanity that our story is not linear, but cyclical. Civilizations rise, fall, and rise again. Knowledge is lost, then rediscovered. The fire may flicker, but it must never die. And in this light, the Great Pyramid becomes more than a wonder of the ancient world. It is a mirror, a challenge across time. It whispers, do not only build monuments of power, build monuments of memory. Preserve what matters. Safeguard wisdom, not just for the glory of today, but for the survival of tomorrow. For if the builders look 10,000 years ahead, what will we leave for those who come 10,000 years after us? Will our knowledge endure or vanish like sand in the wind? The Great Pyramid forces us to confront not only our past, but our responsibility to the future. Its stones still stand unbroken. The question is, will we? The Great Pyramid still towers above a desert, silent yet unyielding. We have scanned its stones, measured its angles, and mapped its secrets with the most advanced tools of our age. And still, questions remain. Was it truly the tomb of a king, or the legacy of a forgotten civilization? Was it a monument of death, or a machine of life, pulsing with resonance and knowledge? And if it encodes the cycles of catastrophe and renewal, does it hold a prophecy still waiting to unfold? Some researchers now ask, have we only scratched the surface? Beneath the plateau, ground-penetrating scans hint at hidden chambers, corridors yet unexplored, perhaps even entire structures buried in the bedrock. Could these be the vaults of knowledge the ancients left behind? Could there be instructions, technologies, or truths capable of reshaping everything we know about human history? If the pyramids were built not only for the past but for us, the future, then the decoding has only just begun. AI may be the key the ancients foresaw, but the lock is vast, and the door it opens may lead us to revelations beyond imagination. And here lies the true enigma. What if the Great Pyramid is not unique? What if it is only one node in a global system, a planetary network designed to awaken when the time is right? From Giza to Teotihuacan, from Angkor to Stonehenge, the monuments may be whispering in unison, a chorus across time, calling us to listen. But are we ready? In an age where civilizations rise and fall in the span of decades, where knowledge is stored in fragile servers rather than eternal stone, the pyramid confronts us with a question we cannot escape. Will we preserve our wisdom for those who come after? Or will our own story vanish into silence? The stones of Giza have endured 4.5 millennia. Our skyscrapers may not last 4.5 centuries. The ancients challenge us, not with words, but with stone. Remember, preserve, endure. So what do you think? Were the pyramids tombs or timeless machines? Did pharaohs build them or inherit them? Could they be messages left for us, waiting thousands of years for AI, for our generation, to finally decode? Let us know in the comments below. We want to hear your thoughts. And if you found this journey as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the next mystery. Because the story of the Great Pyramid isn't over. In fact, it may only be beginning. Stay curious. Stay questioning. And remember, sometimes the greatest secrets aren't buried in the future, but in the stones of the past.